What's going on, everyone? It's been a while since I've made a video essay, and I've really been thinking about just the state of the world and where things are going. Video essays for me have been fun to make, but very time consuming. And really, what I'd like to do is just get the information out that's on my brain and put it in the world for people without having to go through all of the fanciful editing and over creation that's required, it seems like, just to do well on YouTube. Something that has been on my heart lately has been about the experience of really finding our mission and our purpose in this world, with billions of people and probably just as many ideas and ways to see the world. How are we choosing to live? What guidelines are we using to influence our thinking? Kantian philosophy talks a lot about the transcendental ways of seeing the world that are extrinsic and intrinsic, and thinking about how we want to orient ourselves in the world is something that we should all be concerning ourselves with. And one way that I've found that works really well with doing that has been fasting. Fasting is a great way to train yourself to be still and to listen. Listen for that voice that is really going to show us maybe some of the things that are most important. I'm going to skip all of the fancy editing, and I think from now on, I'm just going to start reading what it is that I've written and have been contemplating on so that I can cut across and without having to dumb down my messages. This piece is called Fast to Discover Your Mission, and it is available on my Substack. Please subscribe. I'm really trying to build up my audience there as a writer and as a thinker. Yeah, so Substack. Fasting, as you may know, yields tremendous benefits for the mind, body, and spirit, and I can testify to the seismic changes the practice has made in my life. I want to share with you some of the insights I've gotten over the last week while fasting. It's safe to say that at some point you've questioned your reason for being, asked yourself why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. I definitely have, and I think this curiosity is common, particularly among people who see what is going on in our world. Philosophers have said that we make our own meaning and decide why we exist. Religious leaders tell us our purpose on earth is to attain unity with God. I have no problem with these ideas if they work for you. What I've learned in the last week, however, is that we can't gain clarity on why we're here or what we're supposed to do unless our minds and bodies are open to receive universal wisdom. No matter what you believe or who you worship, direction will elude you until you enter into a spiritually receptive space. And that space is a quiet one that's not overrun with noise and obligations and just the necessity to accommodate other people all the time. Our level of spiritual reception is largely affected by what we consume, or better yet, what we don't, whether it be food, entertainment, or some other form of consumption. It's important to understand consumption here as noise or disturbance to our systems. And the antidote to this noise is silence. In other words, we need to turn the TV off, as Kendrick so eloquently put it. Minimizing my exposure to external disturbances, of which food is just one, has allowed me to notice clues from the universe about how it wishes for me to show up. These clues have come in the form of subtle inclinations that guide my thoughts and actions in the moment. Try as we might, forcing our way through life drains and frustrates us. We know the rat race encourages us to buy, eat, purchase, expend, and yet we continue to grind, hustle, push, perform, day after day, year after year. Why? I've recently been tuning into Jonathan B's analysis of Rene Girard, who talks about the idea of mimeticism, whereby we are inclined to imitate what we see in the external world on a physical level and on a metaphysical level in order to attain some type of fulfillment. And I think that it's worth exploring those ideas to answer why it is that we do chase external sources of pleasure and fulfillment. What is the motivation behind that? It isn't that the latter are bad practices. Grinding, hustling, pushing, performing. Working hard to achieve a goal is admirable. But have you asked what dream you're even chasing? Is it money, security, recognition of your humanity? What is it that motivates you to get out of bed in the morning? Is it the necessity to pay bills, your kids, legacy? I ask these questions because I want you to ask yourself and contemplate deeply on them. And it just so happens that the answers may make themselves apparent when we have minimized the moment to moment distractions that prevent us from experiencing deeper insight into purpose and universal connection. We need silence, stillness, and space to understand what we are designed to do. So give yourself the gift of discovering who and what you are and what you were meant to do while you're here by exposing yourself to the peace that comes from fasting. Red, becoming consciously aware of yourself. Consider this. When you close your eyes for the last time, what jewels from your life's journey will be left behind for the world? You aren't obligated to leave anything. But what a shame it would be if future generations weren't able to benefit from the deep knowledge, transformative experiences, and hard won wisdom you acquired over your lifetime. Thanks for listening. Again, as I said, you can find this essay on my Substack. Please consider subscribing. My goal is to build a community of thinking and interested and thoughtful people who want to engage with ideas that preserve our humanity, the good part of humanity, expose the negative parts of humanity, and work to change those. And I'm doing that earnestly in my writing, in my thinking. I look forward to uploading more of these videos where I just read the work that I've been deeply contemplating on. Thanks for listening again. Take care. Until the next one.